So sixth grade parents, a lot of improvements since October, yeah? You sound great. One of the things, when I've had student teachers in the past and people that have been in to observe or something like that, I've always felt like, as a teacher, you're doing your job if kids are going above and beyond what you want them to do in class. A few examples of that. Charlie Fogel, where are you? Charlie, I'm not going to embarrass you, I promise. Charlie just bought a drum set book, a beginning drum set book, and last week wanted me to teach him how to play drum set. So we brought the book in, stayed after school. Gosh, this night was till like, what, 6 o'clock at night that we stayed, I think. And he was beginning to learn a drum set with it. And on drum set, like what Jonas played in jazz band, there's multiple instruments to play at the same time. So what's difficult about it is it all uses the same part of your brain. So we can multitask, or the thing about music, if you're in algebra or science, there's always a step-by-step process. But playing music, how many things do you have to think about at once? Right notes, posture, air, rhythms, balance of there's all sorts of stuff. And the thing with playing drum set is it uses the same part of the brain, so you have to get multiple instruments going at the same time. Well, the thing that I love about Charlie is we learned it by using one hand at a time, then we would combine two hands, and then you also have to use the bass drum pedal. And I told Charlie, usually my students who start on drum set, they get a basic rock rhythm. What did I tell you, 2 weeks? I think I said. I told him I thought it would take him 2 weeks. And what I love is that he sat there for, 2 or 3 hours, just working and working. And this kid had this down by the time he walked out the door that night. And it was amazing. Another example, Alexis Hoffman. I'm not going to embarrass you either, I promise. You know, what I love, Alexis, and I know her dad will appreciate this too. Alexis is one of the sweetest kids I've ever met, and she works incredibly hard. She gets really nervous when she plays for people. And she had worked, in our 8th grade, we have 4 tests that they have to pass before winter break. And this one particular one, number 1, for flute, is particularly hard. And she worked on that, how long? 5-6 weeks? She walked in my office one day after school, sat down, nailed it the first time. Now this is Alexis, who usually takes her several times to play because she gets so nervous. She sat down and nailed it the first time. I gave her a thumbs up, and she started crying. What I love about that is what she figured out, hard work paid off. Didn't that feel good when that happened? It was awesome. And then, you know, what I love too, Ryan Fox, who's going to play a solo for us next. Ryan, you know, a lot of these guys, they learn Star Wars on their own. They learn all sorts of, that's what I love about the 6th grade band. I've got kids in the 90s and 100s in the book, and it's amazing. Ryan learned Little Drummer Boy on his own with his dad, who I talked to a little bit earlier. Came in my office one morning, played Little Drummer Boy on the flute, and I said, do it on the concert. So Ryan's going to do that for us next. But before we do that, I do want to recognize one student, Kate Spalding. So, in my 15 years, of teaching, I've only ever had 2 students finish the 6th grade book by Christmas time. And that was my very first year of teaching, and they were 2 percussionists. Those guys went on to be first chair and second chair in the Kentucky All-State Band. They both went to college for full scholarships, and now they're both playing percussion professionally. This kid is the 3rd kid in 15 years that I've ever had. In the 6th grade book, there are 155 numbers in the 6th grade book. And what students do, you may have heard them talking about these belts. Well, I got my green belt, or I got my yellow belt, whatever that means. So what I do with these guys, we do band karate, where in the back of their book there's a chart. So it's like what, every 5 or 6 numbers, something like that, they get a belt. So Cade, today, at about 4:02, earned his black belt and finished the 6th grade book. And I called his mom this morning and I told her that he was going to do it, and he did it. So I wanted to give Cade a little something. Guys, it's for these 6th graders, they are so good. And Cade finished the book today, so I got Cade 2 things. You were asking about your 7th grade book, so I got you your 7th grade. I lied to you earlier and told you I didn't have that. And I also, so he could do a concert at home. I got him a Christmas hits for trumpet, which includes a play-along CD. So give this kid a big hand. Okay, so this is Ryan Fox playing the flute on Little Drummer Boy. Landon Carpenter is going to be our little drummer boy. Are you ready? Our big drummer boy, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. Our big drummer boy. All right. Ask Ryan if he was nervous. That's awesome. And what's even cooler is the fact that you're playing in front of all these people, and that was awesome. So good job for both of you. Next on our program is a song called First Christmas Overture. It's the hardest piece I've ever given a sixth grade band. A lot of eighth notes in it, right, woodwinds? It's a lot of fun. This is First Christmas Overture. You'll recognize the tunes in it. To conclude the sixth grade portion of the concert, we need your help. So we're all going to yell, ho, ho, ho. Will you all demonstrate? Play the first measure. Play the first measure with the yell. 2, ready, go. Okay, we got it? Everyone do ho, ho, ho with us. First measure. 1, 2, ready, go. Do you think mom and dad can be louder? Let's do it again. 1, 2, ready, go. Here we go. The second measure. Off we go. 2 measures. 1, 2, ready, go. Third measure. Into the snow. Let's try all 3 measures.
Got it.
1, 2, ready, go. This is Jingle Bells. Okay, parents. So, for 7th and 8th grade parents, I felt the stress level in the room just go up. So, for 7th and 8th grade parents, what I always do with my 6th graders is I have them go home and teach mom or dad or brother or sister or someone how to play hot cross buns and Mary Had a Little Lamb. So, what my students have done, and I cannot tell you how excited they are about this, is whoever they chose at home to play those 2 things, and Dr. Gross, I'm totally bringing you up here to conduct the parents. It's going to be very interesting. So, 6th graders, hang on just a second. So, 7th and 8th grade parents, sorry. 6th grade parents, consider this initiation, I don't know. And some of you, it's been funny, and I told the kids today, I said, oh my gosh, I've got more stress email from your parents than I have you all about the concert. So again, and like I said in my email this morning to parents, thank you for being good sports about this. I think when kids teach other people how to play, they figure out what they know and what they don't know. And usually when they figure out what they don't know, they either come ask or they figure out a way to solve the problem, or you are able to talk them through it. So they're not graded on how well you do, thank gosh. So, or how well Dr. Gross conducts them. But they are reflection on what they did that maybe worked or what they did that didn't work. I think one of the funniest, so many of them come in and say, I fired my mom, I went to dad, or I fired dad and then went to brother or sister. One of you said, well, I tried my dog. So, so students, to swap places, make sure your parent or sibling or whoever knows where you sit. Parents, if you don't want your child's germs, I have antiseptic spray you can spray on it. You don't even have to wipe it off. So it's sitting, actually, I think you're grabbing it, aren't you? It's sitting underneath the platform in the back, 2 blue bottles. If you want it, they're going to be back there in the trombone section. You all ready? I told the 6th graders they can stand around and watch what happens. They're going to cheer you on. So 6th graders, switch spots. Dr. Gross? So next, 6th graders, I know you're loving this. Okay, Mary Had a Little Lamb. This is the, yes, Dr. Gross, this is the best one. Mary Had a Little Lamb. Give them a big hand. Give them a big hand. All right. At this time, I need 6th graders and the symphonic band to swap spots. 6th graders are going in that corner. 7th and 8th graders on the floor. 7th and 8th grade band. We call ourselves the symphonic band. These guys have worked really hard. You know, this is my 4th or 5th job where I'm following a band director. And band director transitions are always difficult, especially for 7th and 8th graders, because they learn from someone, Mr. Gigwin. Mr. Gigwin and I went to college together, and he actually went to Ryle, and I went to Connor at the same time, so we've known each other, gosh, since 1991 or something like that. But these guys have been incredibly receptive, and the transition between Mr. Gatewood and myself has gone really, really well. We started off, you know, it's like we feel each other out in the beginning, and these kids have really bought into what we're doing, and I think they sound great. So we're going to play 4 pieces for you. The first is Conundrum, and then we are going to go to America the Beautiful, and then I'll talk a little bit more after that. Next in our program is a medley of Christmas tunes, kind of like the sixth graders did. This is called Christmas Bits and Pieces. Before we conclude, I want to recognize a few students. 7th and 8th graders, if you participated in the King County All-Star Band, would you stand up so we could applaud for you, please? Thank you. Also, there is a very select group of middle school students who auditioned from Southern Ohio, Southeastern Indiana, North Kentucky, that participated in the Cincinnati Junior Youth Wind Ensemble at the University of Cincinnati College Conservatory of Music. We were very lucky to have 4 students selected. If you can stand up so we can applaud you, please. Before we play the last piece, we need those doors closed. An awkward request. Last piece on our program, electricity.
not funny anymore.
Told him, thank God we started that all over. Sometimes in a live performance, something weird's happened, and we had like 10 catastrophes all at once, so sometimes it happens, so you did a great job. Parents, thank you so much. I encourage you, if we sell, what is it, 20 CDs, I think? 20 CDs. The nice people from Tri-State Recordings record us for free, which is awesome, and you get a CD, $16. I want to encourage you to buy a CD. We have to sell 20 so that they record us for free. If there's anything I can do, I send weekly emails out on Mondays. If you're not getting those, shoot me an email and give me your email address so I can add you to the list. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.